I tell you, once again, we've been in this situation before, and I'm really happy for our guys that we came out on top this time. What a great game. They fought hard. There are several times that we were struggling, obviously, in that second half against their zone, and that's something we talked about. We just got to continue to be confident and make shots. But I tell you, they dug in. Trey Norris hit two big-time shots in those two free throws to finish off the game. But just really proud of their effort, not giving in to those guys and finishing a game finally.
It's a very similar feel to some of those games that we've seen here early in the season. But what was the difference this time? Why were they able to get the job done and not fall into that same hole?
I'll tell you, it makes a big difference when you're at home. You got the crowd behind you. You feel comfortable. You're confident. And when you are on a 6-game losing streak and you're right there, and you feel like things start going wrong, being at home helps you get over that hump, I think, and just knowing that. They knew out of that timeout that they had every opportunity to win that game, and they weren't going to allow it to slip this time.
As a coach, how do you fight off that "here we go again" thing that looked like it was in the process of happening there in the second half? You're down by 8, and it looks like you're struggling with the zone. You're getting beat up on the boards. What do you tell your kids to get through it?
Well, I get after them. And I never try to remind our guys of "here we go again." It's just because I think it sends the wrong message to them. But during every timeout, our biggest thing was execute offensively, defend, and rebound. And I thought we did a poor job in that second half for the most part of rebounding the ball. I think we gave up 14 offensive rebounds versus 4 in that first half. And I thought that was a huge difference as far as them getting on that run and being able to get back in that game for us. But we got to shoot the ball better. We got very good shooters, and we got to be able. A team goes on against us. Our kids' eyes should light up and step up and knock in those shots. But no, we never try to talk about the negative right now. They're already beat up enough.
Were you surprised at all that they switched and went zone in that second half, given how well you guys did shoot it in the first half?
Yeah, first half we were 7 of 10, I believe. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I can glance at those things pretty quick and memorize. I think it was 7 of 10. And yeah, it kind of shocked me that they went zone, but we also started stretching them out a little bit more and started getting a little bit of inside game going. And it was a great move on their part, I thought, just based on the results of how much we did struggle in that second half with that.
Part of the rebounding issues might have been because you had to put kind of your zone offense personnel out there, a lot more guards.
Yep, absolutely. Mick, you're a smart guy. I tell you, that's exactly what happened. We went small. We had Thosby at the 4. We had Tyler Larson at the 4 at one point, just so we can get another guard in there. We had 4 guards and a big with Trevor, and still, offensively, we did okay. But from a defensive and rebounding standpoint, I thought that's where we got beat, and so I had to go back with Tyler Flack to finish out that game, which was a very good move, and I thought that our staff did a nice job of talking me through that stuff. So hats off to those guys too, because I'm not sure what I would have did as far as staying small or big. I just knew at one point we had to go bigger. At one point I just didn't know how big we needed to go as far as Karim, Flack, and Trevor in there. And that size I thought is what affected them in the first half. But we needed to rebound, and I thought we closed out the game by doing that.
The whole idea of playing better at home and that helping you, certainly it's probably nice to have more than one consecutive home game in a row. Now you have a stretch here where you can stay home.
Yeah, it's really nice. The other nice part is that you start off a 5-game home swing with the win, and I think that's really important. We'll get back to work tomorrow for about an hour and keep our guys off their feet a little bit, just watch some tape on for Saturday's game, Iowa Wesleyan, and then you turn right back around next week and you crank it up with Denver and IUPUI and IPFW, and so it doesn't stop. But I think this is a great start. We got a goal. We got 1 of 5 already. Now we're going to work on getting 2 of 5 come Saturday.
when you guys first got Trey and he committed to come here from North Texas, what did you expect to get in him as a player?
A true point guard, someone that can lead our basketball team, someone that can get our basketball team in an offense when things kind of get a little disarrayed, so to speak, out there. Someone who can just slow the game down, be calm out there and collective. Someone who that if they press us, he can handle a press just fine. He's quick, he's strong. We recruited the heck out of that kid out of high school, chased him all over. I mean, from Texas to Minnesota to Kansas City to California. I mean, we were everywhere trying to get him. But I tell you, his scoring has picked up for us, and I think that's a positive on top of, I think he had 6 assists tonight too. Got to kill those turnovers a little bit. But he's a good player that's only going to get much better in our system.
You talk about too. I mean, it seems like he's really got that knack or that recognition of when he goes, what he needs to make the change from distributor to scorer. Because tonight you needed him because they were really, as he said, focusing on Trevor and Boss, and so he had to kind of be that guy and delivers 20 points for you.
Sure, and I tell you, Trey's in the gym quite a bit, shooting threes and things like that. And so he's constantly working on his game, and I thought that was the biggest step that he had to take from last year to this year, just by redshirting. He was really inconsistent from the three. He was just more all a dribble drive type, point guard, pull up type guy, try to get to the rim, and so he's done a really nice job. I mean, he hit a big three on the wing. Then he hits a three. He didn't want to take it, and I'm sitting there looking at him like, you got to take the shot. You have to. You're wide open. I mean, they're sitting there locking up on Boston and Casey, and so him stepping back and hitting that three was a huge three. And then we just ran a little head tap situation for Boss, which is a screen type deal. He missed that shot. Trey comes down very next time and just attacks the basket. I mean, he just knows, for the most part, situations on when to attack and when not to. And I tell you, he took the game over in his own hands. And he was definitely our player of the game tonight.
One or two more?